What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today, you know what time it is? We're going to be talking none other than something fun. We're going to be talking about what happened this weekend. So, I wasn't able to attend, so right off the bat, sorry if I couldn't do anything. I wanted to come. Job literally said no. We closed down for the holiday, and then basically for me to immediately take a vacation literally 2 days after we get back is not impossible with my job. So it just happened to fall like that. It's okay. You know, next time maybe that might change up where they fall a little bit later in the month and I can go down, which I would be more than happy to do so. But without further ado though, let's talk about the Nationals. Let's look at all the decks and let's see what won, shall we? So let's take a look here. This is SB 2.0, Special Booster 2.0 with LMM set, January 2025, Card Fest Finals. Eggman events are where you're going to find these, so definitely check it out. But here are the top 32 deck lists. So breakdown is 7 Mirage, 4 Purple Hybrid, 4 7 Great Demon Lords, 4 3 Great Angels, 3 Fenry, 3 Leviathan X, 3 Magna X, 1 Ancient Gray, 1 Dexteruga, 1 Imperial Digimon, 1 Rapid X. So if we take a high look at everything that's gone through, we can kind of see that it is a high purple field. If you kind of take a look at it, you had 4 Purple Hybrids. That is 4 purple decks. 4 7 Great Demon Lords. That's 8 purple decks. Fenry Luga. That's another 3. So that's 11. This brings it to 14 purple decks in the format. And then we have 7 plus 10 blue decks. Make that 11 blue decks and 14 or 15 purple decks. So taking a look here, I missed Dexteruga, my bad, but as you can see, it's a very blue and purple format. And again, eventually they might trim some of this fat and kind of even this out, because again, if it's only 2 color format, yes, they're very much a good, healthy diversity of decks and variety, but it's kind of restricted in colors, right? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword here. We did get some yellow decks. We have a green deck. We do have a red deck, but most of them are majority purples. We do have a lot of blue. So it definitely plays into the mindset that, yes, we do have a diverse format, but at what cost? You know, it's not as diverse as cookie cutter, because if it's only colored, if we were to break it down into color, it wouldn't seem as diverse. You know, we have enough variety, but I digress. You know, a lot of people will say, you know, it is a Mirage heavy format. If you're playing to beat Mirage, purple just does really well into it. And again, Mirage is just always going to be a good deck as long as this card exists, right? I mean, every set basically has been given the Digimon treatment for the longest time. They just kept pumping support into it, trickling support too. Nothing too crazy, but it was enough to make the decks appear, right? So keeping this in mind, like, also I'm going to be straight honest with you. The people that have been shouting for Galaxy hits, none of these Mirages were Galaxy Mirages, just giving you a heads up. All these are straight pure Mirage, if I remember correctly. They're all the pure Mirage. So that's something to take into information as well. But the big top 4 was our champion, 7 Great Demon Lords. Runner up was Leviathan X. Third place was Purple Hybrid. So congratulations, you guys got your invite to Worlds, and you guys are going to represent us. Fenry Luga was 4th. Mirage in top 8. Purple Hybrid Yellow. Mirage Leviathan X. Lord Nightmon X GT Gaming. Great player, goes to our locals constantly, and he's been dying to get Lord Nightmon X to work. So being able to bring basically a favorite combination of his, Leviathan X and Lord Nightmon, really good job, Lance. Good job, Jared Gaming. We have Purple Hybrid Merva, Purple Hybrid Dark Masters. This is the one I really want to look at. 7 Great Demon Lords, Mirage, Magna X, Mirage, Fenrir, Luga, Mirage, 3 Great Angels, Fenrir, Dex Daruka, Rapid X, Magna X, Ancient Greymon, 7 Great Demon Lords, Imperial, 3 Great Angels, 7 Great Demon Lords, 3 Great Angels, Mirage, 3 Great Angels. So let's take a look. If I remember correctly, first should be the first deck we see. One past me that I screwed it up. And oh god, Eggman, can you stop with this stupid ads? So yes, first place is none other than our first deck. So taking a look here, we do have the Lucimon engine. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. He is playing the Akihiro. So Akihiro, Cortana, or blah, 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 blah. You know, I asked you to pop up, please. So if you guys don't know, it does something with Balfamon, and it kind of takes some advantage because, you know, once per turn, draw a card, trash a card from your hand, then place a tamer at the bottom Digivolution of one of your Digimon with Balfamon in its name, delete one of your opponent's level 6 Digimon. This is a great answer response card, as always. So, just something to think about. And now, here gets into the Levia deck. So this is base Levia, and a lot of players, even in JP, when Lord Nightmon was doing something, they kind of switched back to Levia because Levia at least had better removal and consistent removal. So I kind of get where they're going with this, and it's good to see that it came back. Then we do have the Purple Hybrid. This one is more closer to the newer list that's been popping up, and it kind of makes sense, right? That you do have the Koichis, you have the, you know, Louis in here, but they are playing the Argo, the Nidhogg to extend plays. They are playing the Genkumon Promote plus the Guillemon Rush to kind of bring it to a lower to the ground strat. Instead of worrying about having to win with Merva, you can win with the Guillemon and the Genkumon Promote combo and get like Jack Raids going and just spam out earlier, and with Nidhogg trashing from your hand, you'll gain the memory and extend out, and then boom, you're ready to go really at your opponent's face. So it's kind of cool to see this version do well as well. Then we do have Takamizuchi. Do we really need to get too crazy into Tox? We know that Tox is just one of those decks, especially if Purple Hybrid is really dominant in the format, just fuels this deck very comfortably. Being able to be milled out by Purple Hybrid, just instant auto win. And then with Balmon being able to just skip climb all the way up to Fenrir, Luga, Takamizuchi very easily, you know, you can snowball quickly with the deck, and that's just sometimes how they got the win. You know, maybe Balmon might be the hit that we see in the future because, again, sometimes maybe Taka just needs to go. But then here's Mirage, our first Mirage. So if you guys take a look, they are playing the Scrambles. Scrambles, right? It's Scramble. Yeah, the blue Scramble to get their, you know, Galmon up, or the Madoki Betas, or the Sayoko, or even just getting Luna on board as soon as possible. You know, there was a match that happened where you saw the Mirage Mirror, and it just kind of sucks and boring to watch because, again, each one shuts themselves down, and then your opponent's just kind of sad. But taking a look, another Purple Hybrid Yellow version. This one has been popping up for a bit, you know, taking advantage of Cinderella with Shadow Seraphimon Ace with Venusmon as well, and, you know, the AG just to guarantee that you can, you know, Digivolve Hybrid underneath it, and it'll constantly spit something out, and then he gains a memory to extend play. I think it has a lot of potential, and you can see definitely the play strats and synergy that they were thinking with, especially with the Luga. We'll have to see long term if this is the one that kind of just comes in. And then here's, look, Mirage yet again. Mirage just OTKing. You know, the fact that basically they've gotten 2 Hankumons and they're pretty much removed. Majority of the package is stripped down to just being blue good stuff, and this targets cannot change. You know how annoying that is for a lot of decks, saying you can't change the target? That means basically Mirage can just go to town and not care, especially Mirage burst mode. And that's sometimes all that happens, and then your opponent's just looking at you pretty. Then we do have Lord Nightmon, Leviathan X. Is this Lance's list? This has to be Lance's list. Yep, Lance's list. So this one's usually pretty cool to see. I really do like looking at it. Excuse me. Rude. So let's take a look at Lance's list a little bit more closely because I think that's fun. Or is it this one? No, it's got to be this one. Yeah, this one. Oh my god, pop-up heads, go away. So taking a look here, it's definitely a Leviathan X deck with Lord Nightmon X as a one of. So why? Lance, sometimes you make it's funny to see going Lord Nightmon X, and I thought you were in a multitude of Lord Nightmons, but could be wrong here. But taking a look here, Gabumon X, you have Gobbly, you have Psychmon, Gaze to slow down energy, you know, memory gain shenanigans. Because again, you can place enough bodies and you're just going to go to town. Dragomon with Cerberus X. You know, the whole package is here, right? You know, Biting Crush, 7th Lightning, X Protoform, just all good stuff, right? I just want to make sure that we did not go too far ahead. So, taking a look at other decks wise, or was this is Lance's list? If I remember correctly, this is Lance's list. Then why are we out of order? Shadow Seraphe, you messed things up, didn't you? Oh yeah, that was Spent Lightning. So yeah, that's what happened. I want to look at Lance's list. Okay, this is Lance's list. Okay, this makes more sense. This is Lord Nightmon with Lord Nightmon X with Leviathan X with Protoform. Now that clears that up. I am so sorry. Lance, you can bitch at me in the comments or if you want to. But taking a look though, really good list, really solid. He's been working on this list and fine-tuning it for months. Ever since it's come out, he's been working on this, trying to get it to work, and he's been trying really hard. He finished second in Swiss after all the rounds, which has been his highest top since. You know, that's impressive for him. So clap to you, brother. You did a good job and represented CT very well, and being basically the official person to beat, being able to reach the top 16 is impressive, and great job, Lance. So taking a look at it, very solid. Now taking a look here, this is the Merva Volgra Duskmon shenanigans that we kind of know and love. This has been running around since set 1, since the set came out in JP, and you know, they have Guillemon in here, but they are playing the Ignite Merva combo. And then taking a look here, here's the Dark Masters, which is Tyler from Gaia Force Gaming. Yeah, we have Analog Youth, Koichi's, Matt, Koichi's, you know, Lament of Friendship, just being able to get the Apocalypse once it's gone, because then you can spam the mats to grab the Lament, to grab the Apocalypse, and do the whole shenanigans all over again. So just being able to mill out your opponent multiple ways, especially with the Volgra Duskmon combo, you kind of just mill them out a few dozen times, and then, you know, and then trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck for each level 6 Instant Evolution. So basically what he's going to do is reduce the play cost by 4 for each. So he's going to come in for 3 costs because you're going to be placing 3 Dark Masters instantly. And then basically I love the bringing back the Magna Dramon tech, because then it makes it so your opponent's not going to really be able to kill you, because Apocalypse can keep them at bay for a bit. So, you know, bottom digit activate 1 on play of that card as an effect of this Digimon. Being able to do this effect is crazy, because Magnadramon just being able to give a blanket -1 attack to all your opponent's Digimon is super important, and especially when your opponent's just not ready for it. And I love the list. I think I'm going to give this a whirl. I think bringing back Magnadramon is a really good choice. Then you do have 7 Great Demon Lords. Playing one Moon Millenniumon. I like the Pummel Whack tech, because again, if you're going to be, when this card is trashed from your hand, you draw a card and then you can delete a rookie of some sort. You know, really solid, very smart techs. I like the Moon Millenniumon a lot. Actually, to be honest with you, I would actually want more of it. But then we have Magna X with a Hankumon tech. You know, this is going to be a problem. Being able to a target cannot be changed, I think was a misplay in game design, and I don't understand why they keep doing this. Because again, you get up to Quartzmon or Ruin mode, you just stop everything, right? So stuff like this matters at times, and it's going to get scarier than better. Then taking a look here, we do have Beta, Madoki, Sayokos, the Mirage Galgamon line. You know, this card can just disappear off the face of the earth, please. Then we have Takamazuchi being Takamazuchi. Again, scrambles are putting in work if you can take a look at these lists. You know, almost every deck's playing it at 2, almost, that can justify it. Then you do have Mental Training and Scrambles for Mirage. I really just don't want to be into Mirage too long. Okay, here we go. Yellow, 3 Great Angels. So if you guys don't know, with Dominionmon being able to add a protection layer, which is really important, search your security stack, you know, do hold the shenanigans, get a level 5 out, then shuffle it. One of your opponent Digimon gets -7 DP for the turn, and when one of your Digimon with Angels, Archangel, or 3 Great Angel traits would leave the battle other than by one of your effects or battle, trash the top card, prevent from leaving. So being able to prevent bouncing shenanigans really does help out, because then your opponent's just not going to have the resources. And, you know, Mirage wants to stop that shenanigans. So if you're just trashing the security to protect your threat, your aces on board, your opponent's going to have a bad time. And especially with Mirage, they kind of don't want you to have that level 5 ace that you can go into just to ruin their day. But, you know, just good information across the board. Takamazuchi being Take. Then we have Dexter Ruga. Who thought this deck was actually going to make it all the way up here? It's really cool to see that it did, because again, this was, where is it? They're not even playing the Scramble. That's a surprise to me, actually. I would have expected Scramble to be in here, because that's what's been making this deck go burr for the longest time. But it's great to see Dexter Ruga just pulling off the shenanigans that it always has. And then this deck, how many times do you want to bet this deck was almost probably questioned to be deck checked constantly during the tournament, because people would never have thought Rapidmon X would do so well. You know what? Great job on you. Playing Rapidmon X into this high level caliber, and you're that comfortable on it, and you know you can do so well with it. Good job. Like, Rapid X has a lot of good advantage taking into account, and it's pretty cool to see where players can adapt and grow into a format. And just adding the scrambles probably helped you out a metric ton, to be honest with you. And especially because you could just do the scramble for the Rapidmon going into this for 3 costs, which could be very vital. Here's Magna X with, you know, Gabu Bond of Friendship, Ace. You know what? If you got it, you got it, right? Then another Magna. Just Blitz Omni for game. Wow. Then you do have Ancient Greymon doing Ancient Greymon shenanigans, being able to apply pressure and just kill off things. Then you do have another Dominionmon just being Dominionmon, being able to prevent your opponent from doing things. Really useful, to be honest with you. Then you do have 7 Great Demon Lords, showing you that it's still a confidently great list to take into. Especially with the Emperors and the Shotos, your opponent's just going to have a hard time outing those Tamers sometimes. So, something to think about. Then we do have another Dominionmon list with the Shadow Seraph, Cherubimon Ace, Emissary of Hope being Emissary of Hope, Mirage being motherfucking Mirage. Looking at it now, another Digimon. Again, it's pretty cool to see all these 7 great angel lists that used to never really appear, and I'm really happy to see that Digimon's doing such a great job. But taking a look though, what did you guys think of the whole event? Did you guys attend? Let me know down in the comments. Playoff bracket was Onion winning, but you can take a look here. I don't think I can do this. 336 players, 9 rounds of Swish in the top 32. That's really good. I think this was a great event, and hopefully next year we see a lot more coming through. So guys, what did you think of the video? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.